Alrighty then.
Guys? How's it going?
It's going, dude.
We got a new guest today, Heartless Beaver. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Thank you, man. It's an honor to have you, bro. Is that your RuneScape name?
So, it's actually my League of Legends name. My RuneScape name is Heartless Space B. That's my main, and then Heartless B with like 2 E's is my Iron Man's name. So, yeah, usually people just call me Heartless. But yeah, you couldn't type Beaver into the client. It was too long, so I typed Heartless Beaver in my very first day, and then I like pressed enter, and I guess for some reason it just came out with Heartless Space B. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just roll with that. And that's how it became.
Nice. Do you think beavers are typically heartless, or do you think they're nice furry animals?
I don't know. Like, it depends on what. I've only ever rolled up on one set of beavers, and they're pretty aggressive.
What the fuck kind of question is that?
Well, when I first started playing League of Legends, I was with a group of friends at university. So there was 5 of us, and there's 5 people on a team of League. So we all had to come up with names on the spot. So we devised the plan of picking an adjective and then just picking a random noun. So the ones I came up with were Heartless and Beaver, and they just sort of went together. So we had like Humble Lion. A lot of them were like animal themed. Another friend was Subtle Echidna. There's some funny ones. So that's how we ended up coming up with those names. I just kind of stuck to it.
Nice, man. I was just curious, Strictly Bake. Oh yeah, by the way, we have Strictly Bake in the house.
What's up, dude? Hey, wait, hold on real quick. Do you remember the backyard sports games on PC?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay. I just want to say, man, that Heartless Beaver sounds like a fucking backyard sports team. Like one of the names that it would make you That's exactly what it sounds like. All right. Moving on.
I don't know if I ever played that, but tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know I played it, but I don't know if I ever remember the name selection part.
I'm Big. That's like my name, and I'm also a little bit big, but you know,
allegedly, be cool.
Allegedly. It's fine if you're in a legal state, right?
Yeah, well, it's state-wise, yeah, federally.
Oh.
If you ever become like a FBI agent or something, I think they might frown upon.
Yeah, dude, that's for sure not gonna happen ever. Anyway,
so Heartless, tell us a little about where you came from. Are you part of any clans?
Yeah, so I usually chill in the Wild CC. I used to listen to their podcast. I have a podcast myself. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. It's about League of Legends, but nice. I got into the game about 2 years ago, and I immediately started searching up podcasts because I listened to them quite a lot, and the only one I could really find was like the Wild Wilderness podcast. So I was like, oh, I'd listen to these guys. So did that for a while, and then since I didn't have a clan, I just kind of joined theirs and never really left. So we got a nice little group of people. It's maybe like 20, 25 on at a time, and yeah, it's pretty chill. Luke is always in there, and Sheer, who you guys had on like not too long ago, and yeah, it's just a nice group of people.
Yeah, man, they're cool dudes. They're like you were saying, there's only a few RuneScape podcasts, and they're one of the best as well. So tell me about the Trinity Force podcast.
Oh yeah, the Trinity Force podcast. So it's for those of you who play League of Legends who don't know what it is, like a popular MOBA. I'm sure anyone who games at this point knows about League of Legends. When I was in university, so I'm 27 now, I guess like 5 years ago, I was in 3rd or 4th year. I discovered League with my 5 roommates and kind of got like hard addicted to it. And I climbed, I got really good. I got to Diamond fairly quickly, and then I was listening to this podcast, Trinity Force podcast at the time, and I sent them an email because they were in desperate need of a jungler. I don't know if you guys know what that role is, but they hadn't had anyone on the show, and I remember just screaming into my headphones, being like, "You guys don't know what you're talking about. You really need someone." So I reached out to them. I said, "Hey, here's my credentials. I'd love to join you guys," and they brought me on for a trial, and then bang, there I was, a host on the Trinity Force podcast. This was about 3 years ago.
Man, that's sweet.
Yeah, and
years ago, dude.
I stuck with it pretty much ever since. And
so you have some experience, man. I have 0 experience. My first podcast ever was like less than a week ago.
Yeah, I'm not shy of talking, that's for sure.
Nah, dude, I fucking love to talk.
And in real life, I'm an elementary school teacher, so I'm also not afraid of talking and groups of people.
Dude,
and stuff like
you
that,
know
so.
how to talk all day and not
Yeah,
swear.
yeah,
I can't
basically.
talk all day, and I'm a roofer, dude. I mean, that's part of the
Yeah.
job description.
Yeah, you gotta chat. You gotta stay motivated and comfortable for sure. Damn, you must have some hot days up there, though. I don't envy those guys.
100%,
man.
Yeah, no, I work. I mean, I started in the field, but I do office work now.
Oh, okay. At least you're not, tar like the old days.
For sure.
That must have been...
Nah, dude, nah. By that time, we're way past tar about that.
Yeah.
Do you ever leave the office and drive by the job site and just like check on the guys, make sure that they're roofing?
Oh, of course, dude. Well, I mean, not to check on them that they're like, obviously they're going to do their job, but just to see, how far along they are, this or that. I mean, for sure.
Nice, bro. So, Heartless, do you talk? I mean, do you play League of Legends with the kids? Have you talked about League? With them?
No, they're too young for that, dude. They're too young for that. I don't think
how
people
old is too young.
Like 10-year-olds.
Dude, no, they're fine.
Yeah, the game is like 10-year-olds play are typically like, Fortnite is sort of like the more competitive edge of things, and then you got a lot of like Roblox. Minecraft is still like very dominant at that age.
I've never played League of Legends, but like that, I don't know, man. I always like that competitive kind of stuff.
Usually like sort of like high school, like when they're like a little older, like 14, 15, start to get into something like League that has a lot more layers than a game like.
I feel you, dude. But on the flip side, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean is a phenomenal game. I recommend it to anyone.
Do you play it?
Dude, I've 100%ed it with my daughter when she was 4. It was amazing. That was one of my greatest moments in gaming history, dude. Was when we were stuck in a room and I couldn't figure out where to go, and I started really getting pissed off. And like I said, she was 4. She looked at me. She was like, "Dad, it's okay. We'll figure it out." And like 2 minutes later, dude, she figured it out. And it was something so it was literally we both had to jump up and grab a rope at the same time. I felt like an idiot, dude. I'm like, I've been playing games since I was younger than her, and here she is telling me how to solve this puzzle.
That's funny.
Sometimes it's the younger generation that teaches the older generation.
Absolutely, man.
So you were
I ain't gay.
And that's taxing, by the way. Papa Eugene
What's
in
up?
the house. What's up, bro?
Oh, he's vegan, dude. Don't listen to him.
Don't let him lie to you. He eats meat. It's just not animals.
Yeah.
Wait, you eat meat but not animals. That's kind of like an oxymoron, dude.
Think about it. So
I mean, even if he sucks dick, humans are mammals, man. You know what I mean? Still technically an animal. All right, moving on.
All right, you got me. I'm an idiot. Whatever. So Heartless. Also, Mimra's in the house. He's kind of chilling right now. But it's good to hear from Mimra, as always.
Yeah, I've been just hanging out in here on mute though. I haven't been really talking. I was just listening.
What's up, dude?
Oh, just battling the corona. But it's
Oh,
all
you
good.
have it?
No, I don't think so.
Damn it, man.
I haven't been like tested for it or anything, but I don't think I have it.
I'm trying to get it, dude.
I think I have just like a flu, but my work's like making me work from home for 2 weeks and shit.
I wanna
Like,
do
they're
a-
taking
You
it
sound like
very
shit.
serious.
I want to do a science
Thanks.
experiment.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, both him and I. It's kind of weird. I started to get like congestion and shit like a couple days ago. So, like Taxing said, it could be pollen, but I don't know. It sucks.
You got like 10 more days. You're gonna find out. And if you got it, I'm coming to your house.
I've had a fever for
We're
like
going-
I've had a fever since Monday, and it's just been kind of like going like coming in and out. But yeah, I'm miserable. It sucks.
Well, I'm glad that you showed up here at Rogan and RuneScape. That's always awesome. So Beaver,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your RuneScape history. When did you first start playing, and Yeah, when did you first start playing? We'll start with that.
I feel like most of us here, I can tell by our voices, we're old dudes. We're middle aged.
Old enough, dude.
No, we're all probably in our 20s. Like most people play RuneScape. I started when I was in grade 5. I went hard. Yeah,
We were all kids.
I loved PK. My sister's a year younger than me, so she also played RuneScape, and we would just like make pures and just smash people. It was really fun. We played the game regularly. We kind of like shared an account and got up to like maybe like 75, 80 combat, full rune, just kind of the works. Like, when you're a kid, that's
Smacking
max.
with the
That's your
tools.
level
No, that's
126.
beyond, dude. What was your sister's name, man?
Her in-game name?
Yeah, dude.
So-
I might have bought her for like 20K.
No, dude, we strictly
No,
PK people.
don't say shit, dude. Don't say shit.
That's all we ever did was basically PK together. And
You never had any girlfriends strictly vague.
No, I
yeah,
did.
dude,
Dude,
all
I knew a guy at
RuneScape
the
girlfriends
library.
were dudes.
Hey, did you used to play back in the library, or were your parents rich
No,
enough
man.
for internet? Dude?
We had a laptop.
Wow.
So we
Imagine
worked it.
that, dude.
We had a laptop and a house like desktop, and they were both not great, but we made it work.
Yeah, that DSL, dude. It was lit.
So we basically played. I was just mentioning this in sort of like the preamble. We played until the wilderness got taken out. I believe was it 07?
07, dude. Yeah,
December
when the
07?
It was the same time as the Grand Exchange, dude.
So we played until then, and I like hard quit and sort of like came back a little bit here and there, but that was basically it. We never really played members, strictly like free to play.
They took out the wilderness, and then they turned off free trade, where you could only trade, like, depending on quest points, like 100K max.
I still remember like waking up that morning and like going to school. My friends were like, there's whispers, and then we like read the article together in the library, and it was like, it's painful. That was a painful one.
Oh, they took it away, dude. Yeah,
I remember gathered
That's
around. I
probably
still remember the
50 years.
text, and like it was traumatic. So, anyways, we quit
dude,
that.
one of the
and then-
greatest things ever, man. Did you check out Barbarian Village that day in particular?
No, I didn't. I just never logged on
Dude.
again.
Man, because there were actually no, it wasn't that day. It was like 2010 or so, man. They added the wilderness ditch that you had to hop across. Like that didn't used to be there. You could just run into the wildy. But the day they added the ditch, man, there were like hundreds of bots just stacked on themselves in Barbarian Village or Edgeville or some shit like that. It was fucking hilarious though, man. I mean, like hundreds of them just stacked up.
That's crazy.
So you never, once it got taken away, you just logged off for good.
Yeah, basically we just moved on to, we got an Xbox sort of around a similar time. So we definitely moved on to that and started playing more like 2-player games, single-player games together. We were always very close growing up, and we sort of like played games at the same time. And
That's freaking
she
cool.
actually is the one who got me back into old school RuneScape because her and her boyfriend both play.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. What, when Noble came out?
Yeah, no, not when mobile came out. It was before that. It was about 2 years ago that I started playing old school again. But she had started just before that, and her boyfriend has been playing for like years. So he has like a really late game Iron Man. Like Max pretty much has all the items. But once again, they brought me back in through PKing. That's how my main kind of started.
Yeah,
But
you
she
never
has
really quit RuneScape, dude.
No, you
You
never
always
do.
feel bad.
Her account now in old school is insane though. She has 50 attack, 99 strength, 1 defense, 99 range, 99 magic, 99
Wow.
HP. Yeah, just
Oh,
like
just
a
a PK.
completely max G mauler. It's an insane
You think
account.
you're
That's
Iron Man too?
absurd.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's her account. But I started my main, and I was like a PKer for a little bit. Like killing black chin bots, going to rev caves. But I quickly got bored of it and started to like do quests and like wanted to get my defense up. So I
Oh,
was just like,
speaking of getting bored and wanting to do shit, I might as well shout out my stuff now because that's something to do if you get bored and you just want to have fun, man. Is Barbarian Assault. What are your guys' opinions on Barbarian Assault?
Fuck that shit.
Shit sucks.
really? I kind of enjoy it actually.
That's the general consensus, dude. Nobody
I-
likes it.
I don't know. It's not that bad. I feel like the worst part about Barbarian Assault is your teammates. So I've gotten the torso on both of my accounts. And the first time I really didn't like it, but the second time I found it a lot more relaxing. And I've gone and played with friends in teams of 5 and just like high rolled points for the pet, and it's pretty chill.
So I mean that's pretty much all I'm there for. Well, I already have the pet, but I still play it. I still do my high rolls or whatever,
Yeah.
just for elites and like different things. But
Do you
I
are
mean,
you